From ARPANET to AI, your tech guide since 1987, helping people understand technology. We're going to take a short journey through the evolution of computing. The Internet in 1987, a different universe. ARPANET gateways connected a small global network. Fewer than 30,000 reachable nodes worldwide. TCP/IP still stabilizing, and the Morris worm shook the world, and I remember that. And all we heard was, shut down your computer. It was the early stages, and it was the Computer Science Undergraduate Association and at UC that was the first to discover the Morris worm that changed the entire world of the internet. We also had ISDN that hinted future video communications. Early internet evolution from 1987 to 1995. In 1987, we had the ARPANET transitions, and at the end of that year, we had about 20,000 to about 28,000 nodes. And the domains were .mil, which is for military, .gov for government, .org for organizations, and of course .edu for educational institutions. And then in 1988, the Morris worm exposes global vulnerabilities that changes the internet security forever. And then in 1989, ISDN enables early video conferencing. Yes, we were doing video conferencing in 1989. And then in 1991, Gopher changes how people access information. So this was very exciting. And in 1993, NCSA Mosaic makes the web accessible. And finally, in 1995, NSFNet removed and the fully commercial internet was launched, and we start to get more comms into the internet domain. It was definitely very exciting during the 80s and the 90s at the Computer Science Division at UC Berkeley. My earlier technical contributions is automating the UC Berkeley CS division via FTP server. That was in 1988, and converted all paper into ASCII forms. So all forms were converted into an electronic version that can be downloaded via FTP server. So that was very exciting. And in 1992, we transitioned into the Gopher server, which is basically a menu-driven system that asks certain things to retrieve the name, and Gopher was used to retrieve information that the user input. So it's interactive. So we built the first digital library, which has technical reports, PhD, dissertation, and other research papers. And then in 1994, that was very exciting, built and maintained the Berkeley CS HTTP server. And back then, mapping images was a little insane. And that's straight HTML. And making clickable maps off of one picture took work. And then finally worked across RISC and bone networks, which is multicast, and networks and distributed systems. AI in the early days, robotics exploring, autonomy, natural language foundations taking shape, fuzzy logic guiding decision systems, and early computer vision forming today's AI backbone. Was a wonderful time. So a little bit about my timeline. I have 38 years plus in computing research and support, deep experience in Unix, networking, and system. I actually provided 10 hours of Unix classes for anyone new into the computer science department. As we talked Unix, we didn't do post-it notes, and it was a real awesome time to be alive and to communicate electronically. And I also founded Teen Techs. It's a STEM outreach program for Title I schools, and teaching middle school kids all the different types of computer science, engineering, robotics, Minecraft EDU. And I'm also an advocate for accessibility and adaptive technology. Remote consulting today. So from college students and parents trying to figure out their majors in computer science and data mining and cybersecurity, virtual machines, and so forth. So I do consulting in all different fields that has technology involved. I do fast remote service for Windows and Mac OS. I'll be coming out with a video on installing VMware for Ubuntu, which is Linux, for total anonymity and one-time use operating system. We do malware removal, optimization, and network fixes. We support for all different walks in life, from beginners to IT pros, and we provide clear explanation. Technology made human. Basically, if it takes more than 3 clicks or 3 steps, that's just too hard. So visit us at rcrservice.com. We are remote computer repair and consulting services, making technology understandable since 1987. And what I usually say, know your tech to be able to protect yourself. And in any case, and this is a disclosure here, as I need to disclose that as an Amazon associate, I may earn from qualifying purchases. So if I recommend any tools, hardware, or software in my videos, that disclosure applies. And stay tuned. We are putting out about 3 videos. They're very long videos, and basically it's set up for new computers, for a basic user and a high-end user, and virus removal using free software, trusted software, and open source software, so that you just purchase the computer and everything else is free. I'm going to show you how to tweak on that. And thank you again. Please like, subscribe, and share this information with your folks. Thank you again. Bye-bye.